Alright, good morning people of YouTube. So we are back again on the channel with another green deck profile. The last one I brought you was kind of a Needhog Rafflesia balance deck that had Grand Kawaga in it as well. This is more of an OTK focused strategy. So an OTK focused green deck has kind of come back into the meta now. It kind of fell off whenever set 5 was introduced because people wanted to play with Rafflesia, who is the shiny new toy. But Raffle Simon fell off quite a bit after some of the regionals whenever, people just started topping with green OTK. So it's a pretty even balance between the two whenever you look at meta lists right now, as far as what you'll see. So we'll go ahead and dive into the other variant. So, because I really like green this format and I've been experimenting with a lot of builds, so figured I'd bring you guys what I have. So we'll start with level 2s. We got one Budmon because it's fine. This could be the Argomon, but the most important one is definitely the Yokomon. If you don't have the Palmon, this can really help by putting your Grand Kawaga up to 13. And with Rafflesia, you can bump up to 15 and swing over any level 7 that's played right now, except for Zwart. But yeah. No, this egg is the one that you have to play 4 of, and then this 5th egg can be anything. But you do need 5 eggs because I am playing multiple copies of Mimi. So we go into some of the level 3s. We got double Lala because once you see Lala, you've seen enough Lala, and you just need to have a Lala out all the time because whenever you play Lala, you have Lala. So next we got 4 copies of Palmon because Palmon gives you jamming. Jamming is absolutely essential to make sure that you survive your 50 billion security checks. So plus it's also really funny if you're going to use Grand Kawaga to swing over like a big body. You can detach the Palmon with the Grand Kawaga effect and give jamming to something else small like the Lala, and give Lala a bunch of security attacks, so Lala swings in for all of the security with jamming, and it's just really funny. Next, we have a couple one-ofs. We have a one-of copy of the bt5 Palmon, because it can recycle this Palmon back into your stack, which is hilarious. It does come up, and I felt like it was worth it as a one-of, but I wanted to play all of the other rookies, so I didn't feel like I could fit more than one of this Palmon. And the same goes for this Tentomon, the starter deck one. Just reveal the top card. If it's green, put it in your hand. This has missed a couple times, but it will hit far more often than it misses. So it is worth playing. However, I do feel like, as far as effects like that go, Terriermon Assistant is slightly better. Just because this combos with Rafflesia. And since you're playing so many Mimis, if you have Mimi, Terriermon Assistant, and Rafflesia, then you can stun them for multiple turns, and it's just really nice. Next, we got 2 copies of Terriermon because Imperial is still a thing, Purple is still a thing, and Yellow is still a thing, so they all gain memory, so Terriermon kind of says no to their shenaniganery. And next, we have the last rookie. We have a couple copy of Goblin. I'm playing Goblin over Argo because it's much cooler. This guy has a club. And you just need a couple 2 costs. I wasn't playing any in my Rafflesia list, and I feel like in hindsight that was kind of a mistake. I just couldn't honestly find the room. But in OTK green, it's a little bit more streamlined. You go into the Palmons mostly, and then everything else is just to support your overall main function that the deck is going for. So the rookie lineup is pretty straightforward. We are playing 15 to get maximum value out of our Mimis, and especially with Lala, giving you extra rookies, and the Terriermon Assistant and the Tento giving you extra cards, you should never not have one. And then the level 4 lineup is so much easier. We got 4 Weed, because it's the best Digimon. We got 4 Vegetable, because Vegetable dodges Nidhogg. Shoutmon is a really big problem for this deck. This dodges Shoutmon. And other things. Just 6,000 DP is really good, plus being a 4 cost to play is also really good. And then 4 of the 1 cost blocker, Kabuterimon. Honestly, just having a 1 cost to Evo to go up super quickly, or to evolve on your plethora of rookies that you play. Just a 1 cost on each of them lets you draw another card, so it's good to help you cycle. So the level 4 lineup is super easy. The level 5 lineup is also really easy. We got a couple downloaders. We got 4 of them to be specific, 1 Argo and 3 Blosso. I'm not maxing out on Blosso because I felt like having a couple 2-cost to Evos was very much important. So to round off the rest of the level 5s, we just have 3 Lila and double Cherry. So Mimi plus Lila is really, really strong. Like, let's say you have like this either in play and something you want to attack with that you built up in the raising area, or this in the raising area and something you built up that you want to attack with in play, and then a Mimi. You can just Mimi out this for free, and then Digiburst suspend like a blocker so they can't even stop you from OTKing them. I've also double Lila to suspend double blocker to just swing for game. That's always been fun. And its inheritable effect actually really comes up. There are some times that you'll just leave this in your sources rather than Digiburst it away, just because the inheritable is that good. Being able to suspend something just when you attack will happen before they try to block you. And it's just really nice. The 2-cost level 5 that I am electing to play is Cherry, just because I felt like this deck could use some more defense against like early game aggression, like things like Rookie Rush is the main one, really. This card kind of stops yellow and blue whenever they get their heavy rookie openings. They'll sometimes switch over to a Rookie Rush strategy while they draw their main combo pieces, and this card kind of helps them, or helps keep them at bay. Plus, this card ties with Pyildramon and Dino Beamon, so that does come up a lot whenever you're playing against that deck. Sometimes you'll want to stop at least them from checking one of your security, just because if they swing too early, then they'll lose their stack that they were going to put an Imperial on. So, only 9 level 5s. I feel like this should realistically be 10. I feel like green needs to play a high number of level 5s to succeed, but I honestly couldn't find the room. So we'll go on to the level 6s now. I have 3 copies of Grand Kawaga, 3 copies of Nidhogg, and 2 copies of Raffle Simon. And honestly, I want to play one more copy of every single one of these cards, but obviously space is tight, so I kind of can't. So this is what we settled on. 3 Nidhogg is the bare minimum number of Nidhogg you can play. 4 is ideal. But I wanted to play more Grand Kawaga, so we had to go down to 3 of that. Nidhogg is really good against decks like Yellow, decks like Purple that want to be swinging all of the time, and decks like Blue that just generically don't have high DP. But Grand Kawaga, if you can get this off early, or even mid-game, or let's say you play defense all early game, and then you just need one swing with this guy and you can just win, it's absolutely insane. Grand Kawaga will close you out the games. Nidhogg will make sure that the game stays in your favor. And Raffle Simon can put your opponent to a grinding halt if you ever need to. Like, with this, and the combination of these other Digiburst effects, plus, like, Lila, you should always be able to trigger Digiburst, especially with, like, Terriermon Assistant. All of those cards help make this card so much better. This card is absolutely necessary to play in some capacity to stall out Blitz Omnimon and like Zort defeats and stuff like that, because you cannot put the Blitz Omnimon to the bottom of your opponent's deck with Nidhogg, so you have to get creative in how you deal with it. And this is one of those ways that you kind of get creative to do it. So I feel like this lineup encompasses everything the deck wants to do. And I feel like it's as consistent as it possibly can be. So, onto the level 7s, I'm playing 2 Valderarm. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's green OTK, whereas the regular Chaos Mon. I decided that this one is slightly better for my playstyle. What I want to do is I want to hit them for all of their security and then swing out, and then use this to make sure that my cards are going to live until my next turn. If you drop this and then either clear the big threat, or make sure that all of the small threats they were building up just get eliminated after you swing out, so that way on your next turn, your second swing wins the game. I feel like that's that makes your chances of winning much higher and minimizes the chances of something that could go wrong. I played a lot of Pokemon VGC, and I still play a lot of Pokemon VGC, and Pokemon VGC is notorious for a lot of luck. You have a 10% chance to freeze off of moves like Ice Beam, 6.5% chance to get a critical hit. Sacred Fire has a 50% chance to burn, Thunder Wave has a 10% chance to miss, a lot of things like that. And you can chalk up a losing or a loss to saying, yeah, I lost to odds, and if I would have gotten a little bit luckier, then maybe I wouldn't have lost. Or you can do everything you can to mitigate those odds that you lose to the odds as less frequently as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, Valderarm is one of those cards that just makes the odds go into your favor more often. And I really like that. Plus, if they want to deal with it, they typically will pass turn. And this is one of the only cards in the deck that can get rid of the Omnimon with Blitz. Or Zwart Defeat. Like, if you have to answer a Zwart Defeat, then typically you'll lose your board state by doing it. And this makes it... Well, I mean, that still happens, but then you just gain a bunch of memory to kind of get your board back up. So, I do really like this card. And the last 4 cards of the deck are going to be 1 copy of HPD, because it's green and you still need to play it, and then 3 copies of Mimi, because it is absolutely necessary that you see this card in your gameplay. Most of the time you will build up a big stack in Raising Area, promote it, and then use this to get another big stack started to end your turn with, because you don't want to commit to your board too hard. And Mimi is the perfect way to do that. You commit too hard to your board, they drop a Lord Nightmon and swing, and then drop all these bodies that negate, or that reduce your power, and then Spiral Masquerade the rest away. And then all of a sudden you're left with nothing. When you could just build up a big stack in the Raising Area, and that's what this card gives you access to do. Plus, starting at 3 every turn makes sure that you can do your plays in the first place. Like, all of your big level 6s cost at least 3, and then, most of your level 5s will cost 3 as well, so... Mimi's 100% necessary at 3 in this list, so... Yeah, that's the deck. It's pretty straightforward, you just... Rather than being like green OTK, I feel like I've made the deck more consistent and made it like a 2 TK, if that makes sense, or however you want to describe it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.